Hello, Full Sail students and staff. My name is Avatara Garcia, and I am currently enrolled in Full Sail University's Creative Writing for Entertainment program. Today, I will be interviewing my father, Herbert Richard Garcia, whom has been a very important film industry advocate for over 20 years, serving as a film producer, director, screenwriter, and actor. And in this interview, we will be discussing how mass visual arts are portrayed in the media, the negative and positive influences of new media technologies in the film industry, and even some of our favorite styles of visual artwork. So let's see what he has to say. Let's get started, and I hope that you all enjoy.
Hi, Tavi.
Hi. All right, so let's get started. Let's talk a little bit about your experience with the film industry and your new projects that are happening now. Let's just get a little bit of background information on that.
Okay, my name's Richard Garcia. I am the founder and builder, designer of the Ironbound Film and Television Studios. It was once a hula hoop factory, and now it's a 38,000 square foot full service production, post production facility with living accommodations for the actors, producers, and their crew. Um, I've worked in every aspect of film production, from the script development to the raising of capital to the production and post production of movies, many movies, and TV shows. Um, so that's what I've been doing. I also worked in the theater, and both on Broadway, off Broadway, in New York, and so.
Wonderful. That's great. Awesome. So let's get started on these questions. I would like to ask you, what do you see as the role of the visual arts in our mass-mediated world, and particularly in your profession?
Well, you know, we rely on the visual arts more and more each day, whether it's whether in the form of a painting or designing a studio or uh, building a hair makeup room in the studio,
Mm-hmm.
or framing a scene in a movie. Uh, it's all considered visual arts, and it's very, very important.
Okay. With new communications and media technologies, imagery is almost instantly available. Do you believe that this has a positive or a negative influence on the industry? And if so, could you please provide an example?
We live in wonderful times where there are many communication and media technology. Uh, there's we Let me start all over.
That's okay.
Okay. Um, you know, the new communication and media technology that exists today. These are tools that we use to help us manifest our ideas
Mm-hmm.
in visual arts form. These tools, they have a positive influence on the industry, um, which is made up of a society of people wishing to express their ideas. That's what makes the industry. Men and women, boys and girls, working together, utilizing these tools uh, to, to, to create an idea. For example, movie magic helps the writer to write his or her screenplay. That's a technology,
Mm-hmm.
uh, and the Final Cut Pro
Final Cut
helps
Pro.
the filmmaker edit or piece together his or her movie. A cell phone with a camera allows the individual to capture an idea or image that sparks his or her interest. So these are tools we have tools nowadays. Uh, we no longer have to rely on on a pen and paper.
Mm-hmm.
We have a camera in our phones. We have computers. We have software. Um, we have tape recorders that allow us to express an idea and then share it with the team that will help us uh, manifest, turn it into a visual arts.
Wonderful. That's great. Great examples. Okay, so what popular images are frequently rechanneled throughout the entertainment industry? I believe that you even mentioned a few there in your last answer.
Yeah, there's the hero male
Mm-hmm.
that you see in you know, there's the hero male that's very popular. There's also the victim,
Mm-hmm.
the voluptuous woman,
Mm-hmm.
the villain,
Mm-hmm.
the rock star, the playboy, the neurotic woman.
You gotta have that one, right?
Gotta have that one. So these are popular images of men and women that are frequently used in the in
real people in
entertainment.
real situations, basically.
Correct.
Okay,
Yeah.
great. Okay, are there particular images that this industry has popularized and or created?
Yes. I would say the hero.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, we know uh, that one person can't, can't do it alone.
Mm-hmm.
The hero is created as though he or she accomplished the task or overcame the challenge on his or her own.
Mm-hmm.
So this is not true. Others always we in order for a hero to exist, the hero needs other people and needs to draw from his or her life experience. We always need the advice of a kindergarten teacher. We need the example of a mom and dad who make a daily list, or we need the coach that tells us never to give up.
Right.
So that's the life experiences we draw from.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
And that has
so
been popularized. Yeah.
yeah.
Awesome. Okay. And who is one of your favorite visual artists? And or what is your favorite style of visual art? Whether it's painting and art, art on a canvas, whether it's motion picture artwork. What are your favorite artists and pieces of art? Visual art.
Paul Thomas Anderson
Mm-hmm.
is one of my favorite visual artists. He wrote and directed the movie uh, There Will Be Blood
Okay.
with the actor
Is it Daniel Day Lewis?
Daniel Day Lewis,
Yeah.
and he also did the movie The Master.
Oh,
Uh,
did he? Oh, that was a great movie. Oh, I loved it.
yeah.
Yeah.
So my favorite style of visual arts is the motion picture because movies involve every visual art form there is.
Mm-hmm.
There's the story and the structure, the painting, the music, and people putting together all these elements to create. There's video
Mm-hmm.
involved. At one time it was film, but now it's video. So that is my favorite form of visual arts.
I agree 100%. It's my favorite as well. All right, last question. Has knowledge of famous artworks influenced your creative process?
Yes, I look to famous artists. I look to famous artworks for inspiration, for lighting ideas, for conveying a feeling
Mm.
and a sense of time. Famous works help me frame a scene or a shot. Um, it helps gain perspective on what I'm doing, and it gives me direction. I've been around artists in New York and Florida all my life. I've watched my daughter and her mom start with an idea
Mhm.
or inspiration, grab a piece of paper and pencil or canvas, paints, and a paintbrush, and create a work of art we can all appreciate and identify with and interpret in a fun and loving way.
Wonderful. No, I agree absolutely. I mean, I once saw I can't remember his name, but he was some author. He was on the Daily Show with Jon Stewart, and he was talking about creativity and how every creative idea that we've ever had was brought apart by a pre-existing idea. It's almost stealing. It's almost stealing. When you think about it. But it's just taking a pre-existing idea that popped into your head, and you make it your own. And that's all creativity is
Right.
Shakespeare. That's can be considered what he did was stealing, because his creativity was also the same thing that we do. It is taken from a pre-existing notion, a pre-existing idea, and making it your own. So,
Right.
we do the same thing with the famous visual artworks of our time and of past generations. We do the same thing.
Right. Shakespeare was inspired by a book or a stage play
Right.
or a song he heard or
Yes.
a painting he saw at the museum and was inspired to tell a story, uh, his version of a story that he heard at the square. And so yes, I agree with you that we're inspired by those that came before us.
Yes, absolutely. All right. Well, I think that just about wraps it up. Thank you so much, Dad, for your time. I know you're busy man, and I really appreciate it. I think we did great.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks, Dad. Love you.
Love you too.
Bye.